Hey, I'm Maddie. Right now I live in a converted minivan and I'm on a road trip throughout the lower 48, where in each state I go on an outdoor adventure and drink a local beer. This is the story of my time in Idaho. When you think of Idaho, what do you think of? For me, it's potatoes. But I think the new thing people should think of when they think of Idaho is a mountain paradise. This place is so beautiful. Driving has been so amazing, almost dangerous because I want to look at the mountains instead of looking at the road. But anyway, I'm so glad to be here and I'm so excited to spend the next night camping in this mountain paradise. I have a whole new sleeping pad to try out, but I am gonna have some challenges. One, this morning has been crazy and I'm getting started later than I want to, and two, it's been in the 30s and 20s overnight. It's gonna be so cold. It's like 70 now. I'm kind of hot in my long sleeves, but whew, it's gonna be a cold one. Normally I wouldn't take something this big on a backpacking trip, but it's new. I'm excited to try it out. And who knows the next time I'll tent camp where I'm not backpacking. So, trying it out today. Okay, it's 4 o'clock and I'm leaving. Maybe, who knows if there's not gonna be something else to stop me. But man, at first I couldn't find my cook set. Then I'm like, oh, I have to go get more water because it's not gonna be enough. But I have a liter of water in my water bottle and I can filter more water on the trail. While I could save this hike for tomorrow, it just works out better with the schedule to go today. And it's only 4 miles to the campsite, so should be there around 6 or 7. That took 10 minutes, and then I figured out that this isn't even the path to Bench Lake. So I'm taking up a bunch of time, not even on the path yet, and I'm a little stressed out. On the way back across the creek, I got my shoe wet, but these shoes are waterproof, so my socks aren't wet. But I am starting to get sweaty, you know? I'm kind of panicked and trying to do all of this and that. Oh, I just want to get on the trail. Here's what we need. A sign telling me where I'm going and how long it'll take. By the way, I am much less stressed out now. It's only been 10 minutes, but walking through that corridor of aspen trees, that was so cool. Sometimes you just gotta remember where you are. This is at Redfish Lake right here. It's a big lake next to bench lakes that are smaller, and that's where we're going. While we're walking up this ridge, I saw this little side trail. Let's go see what the view is. This looks like a campsite that the rangers came and was like, oh, let's make it look not like a campsite and let this area rest. And trust me, I'm only walking on the dirt, not the plants, but has a nice view. While the trail's been mostly uphill up until this point, just now it started flattening out, and I think I'm maybe on top of this ridge that I've been climbing the whole time, and hopefully I'll start going downhill soon. Another viewpoint for us to check out. Whoa! You can even see a little lake right past that tree there. And the mountains in the distance. And then through the trees, these huge, gigantic guys that I love. Beautiful spot. I was wrong about the ridge going downhill. I'm still climbing a little bit, not as steep as it was though. And there's a sign right here. Hope this is my turn off. It's 5:45 and the sun is close to the mountains. Even though it won't be dark right away, it'll still get cold as soon as that sun isn't on me anymore. And hallelujah, it is. Woo, almost slid. There is this box where you have to fill out this permity thing. Very hard to do one-handed. Oops. That range is so majestic looking the way the sun is now. You can see over here, sorry, but there might be some ridges, vertical sheets of rock on the side of this mountain. It looks so cool. There's our lake. At first I missed it because it's so reflecty and still. So beautiful. Thank you, nature. As you can see, I'm not gonna get any more sunlight to keep warm with, but I'm so hot from hiking, I think I'll be okay. The reason I really was hoping for that though was because yesterday I parked my van somewhere where the sun had already set. It was already in the shade. And then I drove 5 minutes to another campsite that was still, the sunlight was still reaching it. And I was a lot warmer while I was making my dinner. It was so cool. Science. Look how clear and brush-free this area is. It was like that on New Emporio, aka the JMT. I wonder if the people that are in charge of taking care of it clean up sticks and stuff to reduce the danger of wildfires. I don't know. I'd be kind of surprised. Maybe these trees just don't lose a lot of sticks. Okay, but first thing I'm gonna do is take advantage of this body heat I have going on right now and put on my warm layers. I'm not gonna change into my PJs yet because I'm very sweaty, but insulating clothing or gear works like a thermos. You can't expect to put like cold soup into a thermos and then it get hot while it was in there. You have to start by trapping heat. And in the same way, you gotta trap body heat as soon as you can once it's been created. I invented this way of wearing my pants today. I've never done this before, but I was too lazy to take the legs all the way off, and so I just got them out of my way. Fine then, be that way. I can also tell you from experience by living in my van, it's also much harder to warm up than it is to stay warm in the first place. I'll set up my tent first because it's still light outside. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, or at least I have. I get to try my new Invoker. Now, this does feel really huge now that I have it out, but when it was on my back, strapped underneath my backpack, I didn't really notice it. I didn't notice the difference of weight or balance. But that being said, if you're not, ow! At least Piney pricked me. But if you're backpacking, of course, that's something you don't even have to think about. Okay, so I got it open and exposed to the air. Now I'm pretty sure I just leave it and it'll self-inflate. I thought from the pictures online there was supposed to be a pillow at one end. I'm excited to see how that turns out. And I wanted to mention, not only were the people at Invoker kind enough to send me that to test out, they're also sponsoring this video. Now, I don't really remember how far away you're supposed to go away to cook when you're in bear country, but we're just gonna go with pretty far. Look at these birds over here. There's that one and there's his friend. At first I thought they were seagulls or something. They're so cute. A little bit of a dinner spot with a view. Guess what I brought for dinner? The most perfect thing. Potatoes. Not only that, but look at the brand. And, oh my goodness, it was fate because I picked this up, put it in my cart. I went to the self-checkout, and you know how sometimes with your receipt they'll give you a coupon and some people leave that behind, they don't care. Well, I walked up to this self-checkout and there was a coupon for this exact brand of potatoes. Oh my goodness. It was fate. Oh no. Oh good. I didn't hear anything at first. Oh no. Please don't die on me. Well, that wasn't very smart. I'm turning the stove off so the next time I attach it to new propane, it's not coming out right away. That was so dumb of me. You'd think I would know by now. But while I was looking for my cook set, couldn't find it, finally did, thank goodness. And I'm like, is all the stuff inside, is it good to go? Oh yeah, go ahead and throw it in. I should have known, but that's okay. Because I am going to get to try some cold soak mashed potatoes. The crow is excited. This is my bear canister right here helping me film this. But I am opening the potatoes and Just kind of going for it. Oh man, I put in half as much water as they told me to, and it's still too much. What the heck? It's actually thickening up really well. The package says to let it stand for a minute, so I'm gonna do that. As if I'm trapping the heat. Okay, moment of truth. My cold potatoes. They look like normal potatoes, maybe a little less smooth. They are not good. I'm like crunching down on something. Maybe it's like dehydrated bacon or something, because this is loaded flavor and it's very powdery. It didn't dissolve properly. Probably I should have put more water in it, but like, if it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be bad. I don't feel like using more water on this. Oh well. Remember a second ago when I said that I was going to put on layers and that was going to trap my body heat? Well, while I was eating dinner, all of that went away. So now, you know, I'm trying to get moving. It's good if you do the handshake, shake the blood from your arm down to your hands. I don't know if that's describing it properly, but that's what I picture happening. So you go like this. You do the same thing with your legs. You can even get a little dance going. Alrighty, I got my beer canister put away after I brushed my teeth. So now we get to see the grand reveal. How is the new baby Invoker going? Can't see it. Well, to me it looks about the same. Oh, but look. That's like 2 inches thick. Oh man, that's gonna be so comfy. Can't wait. For 2 whole minutes, and I did time it by my watch, I did jumping jacks and danced around. And then as soon as I got into my tent, I changed clothes, got into my sleeping bag, opened a hand warmer, and I'm pretty warm. All these years of being cold have paid off, and I guess I just know what to do now. Maybe. We'll see if I'm cold again in a few minutes.
I actually had a really warm night's sleep. I even had to take off some layers in here, which is the first time that's ever happened. It was amazing. The new sleeping pad was pretty good. It was definitely for people that like a firm night's sleep as opposed to a squishy mattress. A thing I really liked is that I have kind of bony hips, and sometimes when I lay on my side I can feel the earth beneath me. You know, now with this mattress it's keeping me fully off the ground.
Look at this. In my green tent, I'm sleeping on a green sleeping mat and a green sleeping bag and a green camping blanket. How did yesterday I woke up in my van and I had to go outside with a coat on. Now I'm just in my fleece. So strange. I wonder if it really is as cold as it was supposed to be. Last night I heard a large animal walking around and I was nervous, but my bear canister is still here. And the lake is still beautiful. Look how frosty it is though. Maybe what you need is a camping blanket and plenty of layers. Last night before I went to bed, I put water and oatmeal in my pot So let's see how it turned out. I was really nervous that, a bear obviously couldn't get into this, but it could knock it around some. And if it did, the oatmeal might spill out and get all over my rest of the food. So glad that didn't happen. I did hear a large animal walking around though. I was just reading for like 3 or 4 hours because it was, it got dark, didn't have anything else to do. And just reading, like I'm focused on the page, but still I'm hearing all the sounds around me. It sounded like it had hooves, and it sounded like it was only walking on 2 feet. So either a monster or my sound identification skills aren't that good. It just looks like water and oatmeal. I was thinking it would absorb the water a little more, but okay. The cold part wasn't that bad, but that was very plain. But brown sugar in it yesterday, and I could not taste that at all. It was so plain. This is how thick it is before rolling it up. And this is how thick it is rolled up. I did have some trouble getting the air out of it, but I don't have the directions with me, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. Goodbye, beautiful view. It was upside down the whole time. Finally headed out of camp. It's 11 o'clock. I woke up at 8:30, so this was definitely a leisurely morning. When I hiked Numupoyo and I made a video about what I do every morning, I said the whole process takes 1 to 2 hours. And just before that, I had talked about packing up my backpack. So people heard packing my backpack takes 2 hours. And I'm just thinking, today, the whole process took me 2.5 hours. Those people would be raging if they knew. Wow. Good morning. Back through the Aspen corridor. What a good backpacking trip. I wish I would have went for longer. But there is one last piece of Idaho left to sample. And that's an Idahoan beer. Now this is my second to last state in the lower 48. It was bittersweet picking this out, but I think I got a good one. This is Sockeye Amber Ale. Angel's Perch is a specific name of the amber ale. 4.8 ABV, 15 IBU, looks delicious. There you go, that's the proof. In the store, sometimes I would think I would find something that was Idaho and then it would be from Portland or something. So I'm glad to have found this one. The red fish on the can reminded me of Redfish Lake. You can tell I've been shaking it up, moving it around so much. Foamy to begin with. I definitely taste the maltiness you would expect in an amber ale. Maybe a little bit of caramel or sweetness. It's really good. Very glad to have this. And what a beautiful spot to be drinking it in. Stopping to drink a beer always makes me take in the moment, drink in, so to speak, where I am, and just be thankful to be alive. While I've been sitting here, I noticed some rocky outcrops on this hillside. I noticed all the colors. You can see the pops of aspens here and there, and man, the Sawtooth Mountains are maybe the most jagged mountains I've ever seen. Hey, thank you for watching this. I hope if you've enjoyed it, maybe you consider subscribing, and if you're interested in buying the Invoker Sleeping Pad, maybe not too practical for backpacking, but overall I think it was pretty high quality. I hope your day is as beautiful as this one is right now, and I hope to see you next time. Bye! The crow is excited.